Hey class, what's up? How we doing? Yes, I do look a little bit different. I do miss you all. This is my COVID-19 safety stash. Keeps everything funneled out and away from my face. Or so that's the theory. Also, to make you laugh. Hopefully you are enjoying some time with family. Your social distancing with friends, using your Chap Snap and all that cool stuff that you guys use. So on a serious note, what the district has asked us to do is reach out just to let you guys know that we care about you, obviously. They don't need to tell me that, but just say hi and to check in so you can see a friendly face and also extend my hand out to you to say if you want me to address anything as far as grading wise. They've told us to pretty much halt everything that we're doing just for equity purposes so that everybody gets treated fairly, even if they don't have access to the internet. So, right now we're kind of on standstill. We're not supposed to do anything in Canvas. We're not supposed to grade anything, even though you've turned stuff in before break. So that's kind of where we're at right now. We don't know when we're coming back. They haven't told us anything specifically, so you basically know what we know at this point. What I'll be doing is sharing a few things, me and my helpful partner here. Hi, Colton. Wave. As we'll be sharing with you some resources that you can use on your own. I'll also say some fun things to do would be interview family members that have gone through like big events in history. If your grandparents or anybody have been through a war or Great Depression, something like that, those would be good things to interview them about, to document it. There's a lot of cool activities that you can do via your Chromebook, whether that's WeVideo, you can make a video, you can make a newscast, you can research some of these current events that we're hearing about now and telecast it yourself. You can start a blogging channel or a page, just recording your thoughts each day would be something that would be pretty cool. So I'll post to our agenda on times when I want to communicate with you, and then I'll also email you. So pay attention to those things as we move forward here, and hopefully get closer to a time when we'll all be together again. So that's a message from me. Where are we at? Where do we go now? This will be linked for you in just a minute. But some slides to kind of think about. So Mr. White's kind of put this together, and I thought it was really helpful. So I'll actually go through that with you as well. So basically what we're seeing is we're quarantined at home. We're trying to learn from home. What do we do over the next couple days? These things are hopefully to keep your mind and get your mind right. So, it's a pandemic. The whole world is dealing with this, and as you read more and more about other places around the globe, it becomes apparent that they're dealing with some of the same struggles we are. Maybe not to the degree in some nations, but it's still pretty relevant, our lives right now. So just make sure, do your part. If the CDC is requesting that you stay home and not contact your friends or family for 14 days, try to do that. It's tough, but try and do that. Find ways to entertain yourself. Today is a lot easier than it would have been maybe 30 or 40 years ago. So stay informed. All right. The New York Times is a good place. A lot of any sort of educational services are pretty much free right now. So if you log in with your school ID, you should be able to get some of these resources for free in a lot of places. So the NY Times, keep up to date. CDC.gov. There's a couple YouTube, CBS News Online, PBS News. Those are all really pretty good important sites. Also, crap test those sites, right? So look for biases and all that good stuff. So those are some links for you guys to use. When we talk about infrastructure, how does this affect us? Why are we not being affected as badly as some of the places around the world? Right? What do we still need, though? Right? We don't have enough ventilators. We have car manufacturers right now that are manufacturing these things. So anyway, just a look at the outbreak and the hot spots around the U.S. So if you traveled anywhere over spring break, this could be a little bit of an issue for you. As far as that goes, there's Florida. Get the whole picture in there. So luckily I didn't travel anywhere. What types of governments? How have different governments played a role into how they have quarantined their citizens too? We're a free nation, so it's really hard to tell people to stay in their houses, but for the most part, a lot of people are doing that. And then just think about this ordeal and what you'll tell your kids in 20 or 30 years, right? So this is a historical event that you're a part of, and we talked about personal perspectives. When people look back at those in history, write things down so you can go back and remember what it felt like and what it was like to be in this situation, right? That's important. What will you tell people in 20 years about this? What are the hardest parts about social distancing that we're all doing right now? And then, are there any good things about this? Have you rediscovered your love for reading books? I took 2 books from the library. Shh, don't tell Michelle. So she was there to check them out. About World War II and the making of the atom bomb. So I'll be a little more informed when we do our global issues essay next year about atomic theory and things like that. And then another one about Port Chicago, where African Americans were forced to load ships with bombs, and they refused to do it. And then the country court-martialed them, took them to court, sued them basically, and it's just a fight for them to say, like, you can't make us do a really dangerous job just because we're people of color. And so I thought that was a pretty powerful book. So I've looked at those 2 already, which are pretty cool. So I challenge you to go out and find something cool to read as well. So with that, essentially, that's kind of what we're going through here. Again, that'll be posted to my page. I love you all, miss you all, and hopefully we'll be back soon. Stay tuned. Like this YouTube channel as well, because then every time I post something on it, you'll know that, hey, Mr. Mead's trying to say something. I won't always put my face in the video, and some of you are like, yes, no more mustache. But for now, it's gonna stay. So, well, that was a quick, short little bit. So hopefully all is good, and keep on keeping on. Stay safe, stay classy, be safe, responsible, and respectful. Go Trojans. Colton, anything to add?
No.
Nothing? Not even like a Go Trojans?
Go Iowa City!
Trojans.